Again, our brothers and sisters out there, we want to welcome you all to another edition of my Lutheran Connections. Today, uh, I have with me my friend and brother, a co-host there from our studios in Freetown, Sierra Leone, the Ambassador Jerry B. Tablo. Brother Jokai will be joining us shortly, along with Brother Abel Lewelly, and our only Reverend on set, the Reverend V. Zexter Lila Lekpas will be joining us later. But today, we have with us two prominent members of ALLIA. To my right is Mother Mydea Reeves-Karpeh. She is the chairperson on the Education Task Force of ALLIA, and that is the team that is working in partnership with the Lutheran Church in Liberia um, on the Lutheran University project. And also, we have with us again our Reverend, the Reverend Dr. Eric M. Allison. Reverend Allison is also a member of the team, the task force team of ALLIA. So, not to take much time, we are going to go straihtly to our studios there in Freetown, Sierra Leone, where our brother Jerry B. Tablo, the ambassador, is sitting tight and he's ready to go. Brother Jerry Tablo, welcome again.
Thank you so much, my brother and friend, Willie Cowboy.
Yes, sir.
I am so delighted being here and part of the set tonight. I think we're going to have a very interesting topic.
Yeah.
And with the knowledgeable personalities we got on set, I'm sure that we're going to learn a lot about the Lutheran University project. Again, I would like to join you to welcome Madam Mydea Reeves-Karpeh, who I believe is the co-chairperson on this ad hoc committee, and she will say more about herself. And again, to welcome our usual uh, 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 panelist, Reverend Dr. Eric Amole Allison. He's here also as a member of the ad hoc committee. And to our viewers, we want to say you are most welcome. And we hope that you will be following very closely so that we can be able to make this program a wonderful one. Uh, Again, I want to say welcome, Madam Mydea Reeves-Karpeh and Reverend Dr. Eric Murray Addison. Madam Karpeh,
Thank you.
would you like to just fill us in as it relates to your function as a member of the ad hoc committee, or if I may, a co-chair of the ad hoc committee, and what is this LUL all about?
Thank you very much for having me. Um, I am the chair of the Educational Task Force of the Association of Liberian Lutherans in the Americas, ALLIA. And ALLIA has a signature project in partnership with the Lutheran Church in Liberia to have a Lutheran university. And ALLIA is in partnership with the Lutheran Church in Liberia so that we can meet the human resource needs of the country. Uh, and as you are aware, the Lutheran Church educational system is one that is highly respected. And so this uh, uh, us trying to have a Lutheran university is in line with the goals and objectives of the church and ALLIA. And so we have a task force that works here, and Dr. Allison and I serve on the board of trustees, the ad hoc board of trustees for the university project. But tonight, ALLIA has embarked upon some fundraising in order to ensure that this university project is financially stable, and that we're able to meet the goals that we set forth to do. So tonight we want to share with you some of the things that we're planning for our next convention to be held in Columbus, Ohio in August. And we're looking forward to the participation of Liberian Lutherans and anyone who interested in helping us to meet this goal of a Lutheran university in Liberia.
Thank you. Trust me, Madam, I believe that ALLIA is really a partner in progress as it relates to working along with the LCL in showing that most of this project, will yield some fruition. But before going to the substance of the discussion, which we'll be talking about endowment fundraiser, I would like you to if you may, give us some insight as it relates to where this project started from, where we are now, and then I know the fundraiser will be where we intend to go. So where the project started from and where we are now, I think it's good that we have some understanding from you, Madam Chair.
So ALLIA was organized in 2011, and as part of the goal, they were to partner and assist the Lutheran Church in Liberia in providing resources and making sure that we who are in the diaspora, we feel an obligation to supporting our church. And specifically, ALLIA decided that their signature project will be the educational project, because we felt that education is the key to development, and especially for development of our church. And so this has been a project that ALLIA has partnered with the church in Liberia to do. We went to Liberia last year to meet for the convention in April last year, and we officially launched this partnership between ALLIA and the Lutheran Church in Liberia. So as a result of that, ALLIA feels that to be able to meet that goal, you have to have finances. You have to have financial stability so that you'll be able to meet those goals. Having a university is a costly entity, in something that is very costly. So you have to make sure you have money and sources of raising funds so that you can be able to sustain the project. So that's where we are right now. ALLIA is in partnership, and Dr. Allison and I are serving on the first college board, ad hoc board, the Phoebe Esther Bacon College of Health Sciences. And we have been working with them in carrying out this. So each year, ALLIA has a convention, and this year our convention is in August. And as part of the convention, we try to raise funds so that we can be able to work on our signature project, which is the Lutheran University project.
Thank you. Reverend Dr. Allison, as an academician, and I think your role on this ACOR committee is very essential. But the human resource development is a very key ingredient when it comes to building the state. And of course, we are aware that the Lutheran Church in Liberia have worked tenaciously since its establishment to ensure that it contributes to the human capacity and resource development of our country, Liberia. Your project, ALLIA's project, is a very, very essential project because if you look at other churches in Liberia, for example, the United Methodist Church, they got the university running, and and other churches that have tried to establish universities. I know Liberia can never forget about the Lutherans' contribution when it comes into the field of sciences and other vocations as it relates to building the human resource capacity. But my question to you then is, as a member of that committee and a member of the board, what was the driving force? What underpinned your your motivation in wanting to work with the Lutheran Church in Liberia to have a university?
Thank you, Jerry, and thank you, Willie, for this opportunity again today to sit with you and to have this beautiful conversation. I'm here with my dear sister, Sis Mydea, to give her as my chairperson on the Educational Task Force of ALLIA, to give her all the moral support that lies within my ability and capacity to do, and also as a, as a resource person on the Educational Task Force of ALLIA, um, uh, as we work on this flagship project and program in partnership with our own the Lutheran Church in Liberia. Um, to go straight to responding to your question, I think and I believe that the driving force behind this whole project lies within the fact that education, education as a whole, especially uh, development education, education for the purpose of development of any nation or country, is key to the sustainability of that country. And the church, as a part of the country or the state, that is, in this case, the Republic of Liberia, the Lutheran Church to be specific, uh, we are all a part of the Lutheran Church in Liberia, though we are residing in the diaspora. And that's why we organize ourselves in this association called ALLIA, the Association of Liberian Lutherans in the Americas, to serve as a kind of extension of the church, but at the same time, as very relevant and partners to the church for the purpose of working with the church to accomplish her mission. And one of those missions is the educational mission, the educational ministry of the society, the church and the society in Liberia, our native homeland. So we believe in education. We believe that education is a very powerful tool, a very powerful force for development and for progress in any country. And the Lutheran Church in Liberia and her partner, the ALLIA, is no exception. And I think that's the driving force. We believe that education can make a difference, education can make a positive impact on any society. And the Liberian society is just a case in point.
Thank you, Reverend. So I will now give the opportunity to my colleague, Woody. So you can proceed with your question, Woody, if you have any.
Yeah, again, thank you very much, Mother Maria Reeves-Karpeh and Reverend Allison for accepting our invitation to today's program. My question is in twofold, but I will ask the first one this way: that where is ALLIA at this time, or where is the LUL project? What is the status of the project? Like, at what stage ALLIA is right now with this project, or I would say with the partnership with the LCL?
So ALLIA and LCL are working together. As a matter of fact, both of us serve on the board of the first college. Um, we have been attending meetings and participating in discussions about doing a strategic plan for the university system, because we anticipate that this is going to be a different kind of university from most of the universities that are in Liberia. It's going to be a technical university that concentrate on science, technology, engineering, management, and education. So those are the areas that we want to concentrate on in this college. And so there has been a collaboration between the Lutheran University Task Force and the Liberian Task Force headed by Reverend Jesse King. And the bishop appointed us, Pastor Allison and I, to serve on the ad hoc committee of the First College. So right now we attend meetings with the college as they're going through their formative stages. We hope that when we come back from Liberia in July, we can continue the discussions and to carry forth the collaboration between LCL and ALLIA. However, ALLIA feels that to be able to be a partner, you must have finances. You must be able to meet the goals and objectives of setting up this university, and it takes a lot of money to do that. So to be able to do things in a good manner, we need to make sure that we have funding. And so last year, after we came from Liberia and launched the project, ALLIA decided at the convention to start an endowment fund. So that endowment fund was set up at the Mission Investment Fund of the Evangelical Lutheran Church in America. So we have an account there specifically for this project. And it is ALLIA's responsibility to make sure that we do an annual funding, so that we will have this money in that account to make sure that the university project will not die, that it is successful in carrying it out. So that's why we want to continue our fundraising, and hopefully, as we plan to institute the other colleges in the university system, we will have funding that are available to assist the Lutheran Church in Liberia in doing these things.
So Willie,
Thank
before
you
you
so much.
come in,
Yeah, sorry.
Willie,
Go ahead. Go ahead.
before you come in, Willie, please, I beg your indulgence. So I think I want to go back to our guests, and so we get some clarity from them. I know that it is
Go ahead. You are in charge. Go ahead.
I know it is the initiative, and it stems from the intuition of our members from ALLIA. This, like you say, your signature project, your flagship project. Mm-hmm. But I would like to know, as part of the partnership that you talked about with the Lutheran Church in Liberia, what are their own role that they are playing. For example, some other churches, why they are getting fundings from partners organization overseas. Let me be specific. For example, the Melody Church that sometimes I attend. You go there and then you see that they put basket down every Sunday or every other Sunday to raise offering, they say university offering. And they encourage even the kids in Sunday school to put some money in that basket so that it can go towards that. Because even if the kids or myself will not be part of that university, there's a likelihood that their kids may attend that university. So despite the fact it was a project from a partner institution in the Americas, the church also on ground decided to do something so that they can keep the university afloat as it relates to the finance. I want to know, either Reverend Addison or you or Madam Karpeh can take it on. What is the Lutheran Church in Liberia doing and in trying to see how they can also generate funds to sustain, in terms of sustainability, to sustain this entire project? You will generate fund to get it going, but sustainability is key. What is the Lutheran Church in Liberia doing in conjunction to your own plan in raising funds?
So, as you're aware, there's a change in leadership in the church today, and that's why it is important for us to go to Liberia to attend the consecration of Bishop-elect Padmore. ALLIA had been in consultation with the Lutheran Church in Liberia, and we had gone there. We had for the launching, and we had been having meetings and getting together to identify those things that are necessary for starting this university. So now that there's a change in leadership, it is important that ALLIA and the Lutheran Church in Liberia will review. There's a memorandum of understanding between the Lutheran Church in Liberia and ALLIA, and that memorandum of understanding has to be reviewed with the new leadership that's coming in force. And based on that, we will be able to, we are partner, we're not a donor, we are partners in this process. So we expect that the Lutheran Church in Liberia will look at us as a partner, and that we will meet our obligations as specified in that memorandum of understanding. And that memorandum of understanding clearly states what our responsibilities are and what the Lutheran Church's responsibilities will be. So hopefully, yeah.
Madam Karpeh, you expatiated on the question very well, and the way in which you gave the answer told me that perhaps you've been a diplomat before. But the question still remains, and maybe Reverend Addison, you can take the bull by the horn. Before the consecration, before going to the convention to consecrate and then reviewing the memorandum, what has been in the memorandum, what role the LCL have placed up to date, and what financial contribution have they made, or what are the strategy in raising finances in that memorandum of understanding that the LCL, as part of its role and responsibility, have lived up to? That is the question. Reverend Addison, can you please give us an update?
Again, that's a tricky question, Jerry, because if you look next to my name, you don't see LCL, you see ALLIA. So it's tempting to be a voice of the LCL on this forum. I had hoped, and I pushed Willie to do this. I had really hoped that we would have a representative of the LCL Educational Task Force here on this platform today, especially in the presence of the Reverend Jesse G.S. King Sr., But unfortunately, or even his designate, if he had. But unfortunately, we don't have LCL voice to be heard today. If I hope during the course of this program or this conversation, we can have a official voice of the LCL Educational Task Force, to say something about how they are, what they are doing so far to help to mobilize resources, for this project, not only financial, but human resources, moral, spiritual, physical resources. So that's how much I can say so far, because I'm not representing LCR right now on this platform.
Okay, Reverend. Okay, Madam Carpet. You can squeeze water on a rock. I mean, you. So where do you go ahead?
Yeah. I actually I will use this time to the to our viewers. There are some questions in the queue. I'm going to share them on the screen.
Okay.
Um, and so we have this one right here. So quickly, first, what I would do is like we do our usual thing. We just recognize the very few. That's it. The very few lists that we can recognize, and we'll go back again, recognize the rest of the people, and then we can go ahead and share our questions. I want to recognize our brother Fit Hope and Law from St. Matthew's Lutheran Church. Brother Cesar Goya is there in Minneapolis, Minnesota. Our brother Leo Liquile Nemplu Johnson is there in Canada. Our Reverend V. Zexter Lila Yapazo, the owner Reverend on set, is there in Columbus, Ohio. Mother Dede Howard is watching us from Badnersville, Area F.
Oh, that's
Our
nice.
Father Govego. Father Govego is also on the tax
Oh,
force
good.
from Liberia. I hope we can get him. We will try to get him if he can give one or two updates, from Liberia. And yeah, so quickly, what we're gonna do is we will just share the questions, and either one of you can answer these questions. And if there's any, if it is not in the purview of Aliyah, then I mean we can, you can defer. But this is the first question from our brother Sister Goya. His question is, how do you ensure obligation? And he has ensure obligation in quotation. And he said to the project that has not been fully planned or presented. Where can we find the fundamental documents for the college? Um, anyway, I will leave that to our guest because I think you answered this question at some time, but you can go ahead again, intermediate, to answer this question.
Okay, so this is a partnership between a church and members of a church that are in the diaspora. So there's I don't know how we can ensure. The only way we can ensure is to make our contribution as we have anticipated doing. Um, but we feel that because we both partners have a vested interest in the project, that they will feel an obligation to ensuring that it is fully planned. The LCL is contributing most of their resources, their sites. For example, the School of Phoebe College of Health and Esther Bacon College of Health Sciences. They have two campuses, one at Phoebe and one at Current Hospital. So the church in Liberia is contributing in that way. So there are foundational documents for the college. The foundational documents as for the College of Health Sciences, they were licensed by the Higher Commission, so they are available documents that Reverend King has, and the board of Phoebe College of Health Sciences. And Mr. Govigo, if he's on, he knows that the college was accredited also So those are documents are available for carrying out for ensuring that this college is accredited and functional. Uh, Again, we are partners in this process. We don't call the shots, but we want to give our service and resources, our human resources, our financial resources as ALLIA to the church in Liberia, and we are willing and ready to make sure that this university project, which is our flagship project, works correctly. So uh, I hope that answers your foundational documents issue.
Okay, so we have another question here. I think it's a follow-up question from our brother Cesar Goya. He said, his question is, do you have a website where folks can read about your progress and donation regarding the foundation and the formation and function of the planned university? Anyway, I will
Okay,
leave this to the guests.
so again, last year when we went to Liberia, we decided that we needed to do a strategic plan, and that strategic plan was supposed to be developed to give us a idea on what is required for doing this university, what resources are needed, what things we need to do to make sure that those colleges are formed, instituted according to the plan, the timeline that we established. So that strategic plan is where both institutions, both the church in Liberia and the and ALLIA, are working towards making sure that we have this strategic plan. And that strategic plan will specifically tell us how we want this university to function and and how we plan it to. We don't have a current website right now. We have ALLIA has a website, but we don't have a website specifically for the Lutheran University project yet. Uh, Willie is the person in charge of communications, and we're in the process of working on that to have this website developed as part of um, the International African Lutheran Conference that is supposed to be held in Liberia next April 2023.
Willie,
Yeah,
you
yeah.
have been exposed. You have been exposed. Which cap are you wearing now? Which cap are
No,
you wearing now?
I'm wearing a cap. I'm wearing the cap of my Lutheran Connections live. And
You see,
so if
sis
you see
sis Maddie exposed me.
yeah, when I share the question, I'm tempted to speak, but I, you know, I mean, it's a healthy conversation. I like that, and thank you for the question too, and thanks for following, brother Cesar Goya. He
Right. Thank
follows
you for the
us like
question.
all the time. Yeah.
Right.
Our own dear brother Nepolu, has a question, and he said that what is the targeted fundraising goal for this noble initiative?
Okay, so we in ALLIA had decided that we're going to do this fundraising in stages, and so last year we raised $5,000, and this year our goal is to raise $10,000 at our convention. And we, as I said, we have other plans on how we're going to raise funds through writing grants, uh, working with foundations, working with people from who have interest in the Lutheran Church in Liberia and want to see different colleges established, um, former graduates who have graduated from Lutheran schools in Liberia who have a burning desire. I know Mr. Josiah he has been working with us at other previous conventions on setting forth a path where we can have this project be successful. So right now, this year, Leo, I'm waiting for your help with the $10,000 goal that I set for this convention. So I look forward to seeing you in Columbus in August.
All right, thank you so much,
Okay,
Intermediate. And again,
okay.
Brittany,
So before,
oh, go ahead.
so yeah,
Folks,
so
if you're
before
watching us,
Reverend,
oh, go ahead.
yeah,
Go ahead,
go ahead.
brother.
No, go ahead.
Okay, folks, if you
No,
are
go ahead.
just tuning in, this is my Lutheran Connections Live. For those who are in Zambia, Lusaka, we want to say thank you very much for following us. Uh, and we are working with a team, our Lutheran brothers in Australia. At this time, it's like early morning hours in Australia, but we are working with the team there. And we are also working with local radio stations in Liberia to partner along with them so that our programs can be aired in Liberia. But until then, we want to say good evening again to our brethren there in Lusaka, Zambia, and those who are watching us, through social media, Facebook, YouTube, and Twitter, and our Twitter page. Um, but and the Maria, let me do this quick before our lead host can come in. Brother Johnson want to assure you that he will be there live in person. That's what he said. I
Good
will be there
job.
in
Good
person.
job. I'm looking forward to.
so,
Yes.
Looking forward to seeing you, Leo.
Yeah.
So
go ahead, brother Tablo. Yeah, go ahead.
so Reverend Allison, I think Madam Reeves-Karpeh was attempting to give a roadmap in terms of resource mobilization. And I showed that you guys, as an organized and intuitive academicians, put together some kind of resource mobilization, and the fundraiser is one. I think she listed some other modalities you guys attempt to follow in terms of raising resources. But I would like to know from you, Reverend Dr. Allison, um, the fundraiser is targeting 10,000. If we happen to generate the 10,000 or more, um, where are we intending to have that money kept? I don't know if you guys got an escrow account, but we'll give you the chance to explain that. And at what point in time or how much are we targeting? If somebody asks that question, and what is the procedure? Is it in the manual or the MOU? What is the procedure in turning the money over to the LCL in Liberia for utilization? I think you can answer that one now, because in the memorandum of understanding, all of those details might have been spelled out.
Okay, let me say something about the pending fundraiser to be held in Columbus, Ohio. It's in the form of a raffle draw, and we have prepared 5,000 tickets. We've printed 5,000 tickets, and each ticket is on sale for $2. So we have booklets that are being sold. So for our members of ALLIA in the Americas, in the United States and Canada, as well as our brothers and sisters of the Lutheran Church in Liberia, you can, in fact, I think there are plans on the part of the ALLIA delegation to carry a certain number of raffle draw tickets to Liberia when they are going for the consecration of our new bishop, Bishop Padmo. So that's how we intend to raise at least $10,000 in Columbus, Ohio, for this raffle draw. As to where this fund is going to be kept, I will leave that to my dear sister, Sis Mydea, to take it up from there.
Okay. So I indicated earlier that ALLIA has an account with the Mission Investment Fund of the ELCA, and that's where we keep our money. It's a restricted account. That money is not used for ALLIA activities or anything. So if we raise 10,000 or more dollars at this convention, it's going to go into that account. And then once we work out with the Lutheran Church in Liberia how the modalities of these colleges, and then we can transfer the funds as need be to ensure that the project goes on. But I'd like to assure you that that money is in an account in the United States. Donations are tax deductible. So that money is restricted. ALLIA doesn't use that money. We keep it in the account specifically for that project.
Let us remain on the account a bit, madam. You still, it still appears that it was dicey when you were trying to give the answer as it relates to at what point in time is going to be turned over to the LCL for utilization, and whether or not the MOU clearly crossed the T's and dotted the I's as it relates to receiving monies from ALLIA for the sole purpose of the project, because a partnership is your project, but it's a partnership with the Lutheran Church in Liberia that most likely may be the implementers of that project. Right. So if they are going to be the implementers of that project, they will anticipate some funds out of for example, you got a medical college now, you got instructors that may need instructional materials, that may need some salaries, etc. We're talking about launching the bigger university for the other colleges to be annexed. And all of those things may require money that the LCLs as implementers will need to take custody of some of the funds to utilize. Okay. My question remains and is, do we have that spelled out in the MOU for accountability purpose? If yes, how?
Okay, so the MOU specifically states that we are partners and that we will contribute to the projects. The MOU at this point has not stated that specifically how the money is going to be transferred to Liberia. What has happened is that whenever the two committees meet and they need funding, they send a request to ALLIA, and then ALLIA will send the money to whoever needs that money for implementation. So once this strategic plan is developed, it will specifically state how much it will cost to have this university system developed. And so ALLIA will have to do their portion, will say what their portion will be, and the Lutheran Church in Liberia will say what their portion will be. But the MOU at this point has not specifically said how the money is going to be transferred from ELCA to Liberia at this time. So that's I hope it's not a dicey answer, but I just hope that you understand that once we get this collaboration going and the need for transfer funding, ALLIA is in a position to do so.
All right. I think our brother Jerry is getting set because maybe having a little bit of connection issue. So, from the information provided thus far by our guest here tonight, um, it suggests that ALLIA is, working in advance. So, trying to raise that needed fund, trying to get herself prepared as we work on this university project. So now my question here is, someone is in Texas, someone is in California, someone is in Hawaii. Okay, we just shared the ticket, and it's for a penny, like $2. Someone is far in California. How can they get the tickets? And If I should purchase the ticket, I'm here in Georgia. Do I have to be in Columbus, Ohio during the draw?
No, you don't have to be in Columbus, Ohio to win. All you need to purchase your ticket. Tickets have been distributed to Liberian Lutherans all over and in Canada. So if you want to buy your tickets in Canada, you can also contact the people in Canada, and they will have tickets available. Tickets are available in all of the areas where we have uh, ALLIA members. And if you want to, you can always call me, and I will send you the tickets. What some people have been doing was buying the ticket and just sending me a check to cover their tickets. You can do that also, but you don't have to be present to win. People from Liberia can buy tickets, and I'm going to take tickets to Liberia for them to buy, so they feel a part of what we're doing here. And so you don't have to uh, be present to win.
So this is not only for members of the um, LCA, because we are still members of the LCA. It's not only members of the LCA that find ourselves in the diaspora. Members that are you know um, within our homeland can also participate in the process.
Yes, yes.
Mhm.
Okay, all right. So my question, my follow up question is, what happens after the fundraiser? I know you say it's in stages, but what happens after this minimum 10,000 goal? Because you did the first fundraiser,
Right.
5,000. Um, if I may ask, did you achieve that?
Yes,
You did the first 5,000. You are
yes.
working towards the next minimum of 10,000.
10,000. Right.
Okay,
10,000.
don't yeah. What happens next after the
So there are several ways of giving to this project. There's an annual fund. ALLIA has a banquet at their conventions, and the banquets tickets are usually $50. You can pay $50 to as your annual fund contribution, or and also you can also make an individual contribution in memory of someone, in honor of someone. You can do that also. You can also be an ALLIA ambassador. And this year, we asking uh, Liberian Lutherans all over the country, if you would like to be an ambassador. The ambassador will be charged with the responsibility of raising $1,000. Uh, and you can do that through regional fundraisers, or having a fundraiser in your state or city, and that fund can go towards the endowment fund. So there are several ways that we're not just stopping at this step. Next year, we're going to continue doing it, and then you can offer to be an ambassador and raise funds, and that fund will go into the endowment also. You will get an ALLIA pin if you are an ambassador. And Willie, can you show the pin? Can you show
the logo? Yeah, I can show the logo of
okay.
ALLIA.
Okay, so that
Um,
logo, that's a pin that you
Mhm.
can wear and be an ambassador for this project, and you will have fundraising activities in your area so that you can raise funds towards the project.
okay,
And
Sorry, I had some technical glitches. Sorry.
this year we targeted,
it's
okay,
understood.
we
Yeah.
targeted 10 people to serve as ambassadors.
So looking in the comments queue here, I see our uh brother Cesar Goya. He posted this comment. He says, thanks for your answers. And he said, please diversify the donation process so that it is not heavily reliant on the convention. and he
Right.
said we will help. So I think
Oh,
Amen.
he's one
good.
of those good Lutherans that we can
So,
get in
so,
touch
so
with.
I already
So
have an
you already have
ambassador
an ambassador.
already.
Yeah,
Yes.
He's already volunteered to be one of
he,
my ambassadors, and I
an
thank you so
ambassador.
much.
So
Thank you,
Uh,
so we
I,
will.
Sister.
I,
Yeah,
I'm just hoping that people will buy the idea and be as passionate as I am about this project. And
yeah,
I'm sure most Liberian Lutherans want to see this university. You know, when I went to Liberia last year, people said that the Catholics have their university, the United Methodists have their university. We need our own university. So
right.
please, I'm sure those who are listening to us tonight will be as passionate and volunteer to be an ambassador and help us to raise funds for the university project. So I just like
Like
to
our
appeal
brother.
to all
Yeah,
of you. And thank you,
like our
Mr.
brother Sister Goya. Yeah,
Mr.
Goya. Yeah.
Goya,
Sister Goya.
for volunteering to help. We want to diversify. Yes, we want
right,
to diversify the ways people will give money. The
right, right,
convention is already packed because you have to pay your convention fee and your
right,
dues and all of that. So
right,
we want to have other ways that people will be willing to have. And that's why we did this raffle,
right.
because we wanted something different.
Hmm.
We didn't want people to say, "Oh, I gave you my $50, to come to the ball, but I don't have any other money to give you," or something like that. So you can
Hmm.
always
Yeah, go
you can
ahead, Marty.
okay.
Sorry. Yeah.
You can always contact us, and Willie can give you my number, and anyway you can call, and we'll be glad to touch base with you. If you like to help me and be an ambassador and help us to diversify the fundraising for the Lutheran University project. So please be as passionate as I am, and I'm looking forward to working with all of you in the viewing audience.
Before we go back to our 2 years there in Canada, so Auntie Marty, you said the other people in Canada, right? Should they be contacting Leo Johnson, or who should they be contacting?
Francis Hina.
Okay, all right,
So the tickets were sent to Mr. Hina,
okay.
and so if you want to buy your tickets in Canada, please contact Mr. Hina, and he will be glad to get tickets for you.
And for viewers who are watching, if you want to volunteer also to sell some of the tickets, it's just $2. You can call the number on the screen after the show. You can call the number, and then we can coordinate how you can get some tickets to sell. It's just $2, and we have a lot of fabulous prices here. I share them, and I will share them quickly again before we go back to our studios there in Freetown, Civilian. Um, and then, Maria, do you care to talk about these prices?
Okay, so we have five prizes, and those prizes were donated by people who are friends of the project, and they donated those prizes. Our first prize is a 17-inch HP laptop. Our second prize is a Samsung tablet. Our third prize is a tile key finder. Our fourth prize is a thermos hot and cold mug. And our fifth prize is a phone charger, a universal phone charger. So those are the attractive. So you can see that people who the technology people, they were really helping us to identify those prices. And people who are friends of LUL have donated all of the prices that we're going to be using for the project.
Okay, thank you so much. Again, I want to apologize for the
Oh no, we know the
technical
network
glitches.
thing.
Yeah. Um, Willie, before I proceed, can you please highlight Brother Goveko, Isaac Goveko comment?
Okay, yes,
Sis
sure,
Maria
sure.
and yeah. So Brother Isaac Goveko said, I think it's in relations to the question I asked. He
Right,
said currently the various campuses are raising funds for their operations with subsidies from the government.
right,
So something is already going on.
right.
And I hope
So
that Brother Koveko could call in to give a little more information as it relates to the subsidies from the government and the funds for operation, what's going into that, and what's happening, so that at least you people from ALLIA can have an understanding. Maybe Wady subsequently will contact him if need be, so he can give us more insight. But I want to say
Yeah,
thank you
quickly.
so much.
I want to say
Yeah.
something quickly, Ambassador Tablet, before you can continue. You know where Brother Govego is? He's in the Zozo area, so the network in that area is a little terrible. So, but we will try as much as possible to get in touch with him. We are trying to get Reverend Jesse G.S. King also on the line. But where Brother, not Brother, but Father Govego is, he's in the Zozo area, and the network in that area is not too strong. So we will try as much as possible. We do want to hear from those in Liberia, but that's the situation right now.
And thank you,
Yeah.
Mr. Covigo, for sharing that information with us. We appreciate that input.
Yeah. And Brother Govego is
So
also a member. He's a member of the ad hoc board of trustees for the College of Health Sciences.
yeah. So Reverend Allison and Mother Reeves-Karpeh, we are really excited. Frankly speaking, my Lutheran Connection team is really excited with the way in which ALLIA, has taken the initiative along with the Lutheran Church in Liberia to have a university. It's going to be a groundbreaking project. It's going to be a project that a lot of us will remember, even though suddenly not on air, we will be able to speak with Willie to see what kind of contribution could be given in that direction from us, maybe our family, or we'll get back to Liberia, because it may not be us, it may be our children. Some of us could go back to lecture. That is providing human resource, for the upliftment of the entire university. But again, I would just want you to please share light on this targeted 10,000. I understood that you said that everything going to be placed in a restricted account, which is very good. But the way in which I see the momentum is coming up, especially with this platform showcasing the entire thing, are surely hoping that we may be able to exceed the 10,000. So if we exceed the 10,000, what happens to the change?
So the fund, the goal is to put 10,000 in this restricted account. If we get more than that, ALLIA, it will go into ALLIA's account, and then ALLIA will be able to disperse that to the church in Liberia.
Okay, that's good. So we got the goal, and then if we exceed, we still going to support the church, but support the church in another capacity. You understand? With the additional funds that we will have. Okay, that would be very good. So now, you were attempting to tell us, which is in line with the fundraising, to tell us a little bit about some of the prices, first prize, second prize, and all of these things. What constitute the first prize? I mean, when I say constitute, what a person must be able. How do you? What's the criteria lay to say, okay, now you are the first prize? I hope that that question not being asked. Whetty, you on the committee too now, so you could help. But yeah, what constitute this person winning the first prize, this person winning the second prize? Because that's competition now, and some of us want to go for it.
So, like I tell people at church or at Synod Assembly or at my different organizations that I'm part of, I mean, this is just like you selling the lottery. You buying a ticket for the lottery, and anybody can win. So all of the tickets, there's a cutoff on the ticket. When you buy the ticket, there's a cutoff. You put your name, address, your phone number, so that we can be able to contact you if you win. there will be a draw at the banquet, and then people will pick the person, the winning ticket. So there will be 5 tickets that will be selected out of the 5,000 tickets that we're selling.
Says Maria, they
So I can pray
lottery
for
here,
you so you can win one of the tickets.
they
You're gonna
lottery
win one of the
here,
prizes.
because, for example, you see, Brother Sister Goya is already a brand ambassador. And
Right.
Yes,
then
he
he got a
is.
ticket and will write
Yes.
his name, and then somebody go put a hand in the jar and miss his name and go get and go
Oh
say,
no,
where he cover.
No,
no, no, no.
they
I
don't
want
want
you to
any,
know
they
that
don't want any and P Leo, they will
we
P
have
Leo name.
integrity, and we in church, so we're not going to steal anything. We're going to make sure that if someone rightfully wins that prize, because this is not the only time we're going to do this. Next year we might have somebody who might give us a car,
Yep.
or give us some big thing, or SUV or
Mhm.
something, that we can raffle and get money to put back in the endowment fund. So uh, we have to show integrity in whatever we do as church people. Yeah.
Okay, so ladies and gentlemen, we are talking about ALLIA and the fundraiser to partnership with the Lutheran Church in Liberia, with their flagship project, the Lutheran University in Liberia. And to our viewers, we want to say thank you so much for your participation, and see that you are so excited. And so we will give Willie the opportunity while we're going on. Willie, we could be taking some calls, but I will ask or beg your indulgence if there's a possibility that you could get Reverend Jessica or Brother Koveko, so at least we can get the audience to listen to what the LCL also, are doing as part of their role into the partnership as it relates to the MOU. So Reverend Allison and Mother Karpeh, we understand that you will be in Liberia for the consecration, and you will be coming with some of the tickets, and then also you are going to review the MOU. Before we come to the ticket part of it, what is there to be reviewed?
So we have a current MOU with the Lutheran Church in Liberia, and since we're having a new leadership, we will just be dialoguing with them on the original goals that we had set, and where we did not meet those goals or where we needed clarification, we'll try to extend that clarification. So, for example, you just told me how do you have something in there about how the money will be transferred to Liberia? That wasn't considered. So that's something to think about, and so that's something to discuss with them and how we're going to do the transfer of funding. But again, this is ALLIA's way of ensuring that there's financial stability in our contribution to the project. So it would be a good thing to just look at it and see where we need to upgrade or beef up our obligations to each other. Yeah.
So you're coming along with tickets. When tickets are sold, what are the means or modalities in getting the money from Liberia?
So I will be in Liberia for the consecration, and I'm sure if they're buying ticket there, they will give me the money, and I'll bring it with me when I'm coming back to the States. So, and if
Um,
someone in Liberia
um,
wins, I would definitely ensure that they get their prize to go back to Liberia
yeah,
or
but
wherever they are. Like somebody called me from Australia the other day and said they would like tickets, in Australia. They wanted to buy tickets from Australia. Wherever you are, I'm just appealing to you to buy the tickets, sell the tickets. Um, Somebody said, I just want to buy the tickets. I want to buy 30 tickets. I don't want to participate in a draw. I just want to contribute to the project. So people are doing things differently. But the goal is to have a lottery, and that lottery is to make sure that those 5 prizes that people win those prizes and that they get those prizes.
All right. Thank you so much, Auntie Mydea. We were able to get the Reverend
You got a
Jesse
call?
G.S. King. Yep. The Reverend Jesse G.S. King is on the phone. He's going to be providing updates on the status of the LUL. Reverend King, are you there?
Yeah, I'm sitting here.
Okay, wonderful, wonderful. Thank you so much for joining us. It is a pleasure. We know it's late in Liberia, but can you provide us update on the status of the LUL in Liberia or the colleges in Liberia, please?
Yeah, the latest update is that the High Commission, the Liberian National High Commission on Education, did an assessment at the Esther Beacon College of Health Sciences, and they've already accredited that institution to grant a bachelor degree, and the nursing, the Board of Nursing of the Republic of Liberia has already granted that college to do post-basic health. I mean, what they were doing before, this time they've upgraded, and so that the High Commission and that of the Nursing Board have, the 2 institutions have already accredited the Esther Beacon. And so Esther Beacon, we have this Phoebe and Esther Beacon College of Health Sciences. The 2 institutions have been the latest that the Board of Nursing has accredited the 2 institutions. So, and now they are recruiting the students that are being recruited right now. I also going to straight to the bachelor program. So right now, as I speak to you, we are working on the blueprint, of the entire LUL. And we are talking about at least to add 2 other colleges, College of Education and that of Theology. And we are working and completing the prospectus, we call that the brochures, of the College of Education and that of Theology. Our German partners were here, and we're able to get to talk to them. And the representative from UC was also here. We had the opportunity to talk to them. They didn't tell me they would support me, now that they did tell me, they wouldn't support me. However, they told me, especially the American guy, he will present a very clean blueprint. We can get a loan for future support. So we will be meeting the 3rd week in this month, and we'll be bringing experts on board to see how best we can craft the College of Theology, the College of Education, to craft the brochure. And if possible, the College of Agriculture, but it's just overwhelming. It's just overwhelming for very busy people. Willie, are you there?
Yeah, we're listening.
Hello?
Yeah,
Yes, we're listening. We're listening. Go ahead.
We are live.
For very busy people in Liberia to get their attention, to get their time. It has not been easy. But we are not also discouraged, and we are not relenting. We are not going to give up. So the 3rd week in this month, we are putting experts. I'm trying to get to them one by one. Some of them have given excuses already. If they continue to give the excuse, then we'll push it to the 2nd week in July. At which time we will get all of us coming to do the final, more or less, blueprint that we can submit that to our friends and those to see how that will not be the fine tune, and others will do the fine tuning. But we're like the trailblazer, because it's not easy to get people attention in that time.
Thank you very much. Brother Jerry, do you have a question?
It's raining here, and
Yeah, so when he said blueprint, I want to know from him if that blueprint entails the curriculum development.
He said it's raining, so we're going to find a time to get it. Reverend King, want to say thank you so much. We understand it's raining in Liberia. Yeah, we understand it's raining in Liberia. We'll find a time when it's better to. Okay, we'll find a time better to get you on the show. Okay.
I'm getting you. I just want to only place to get you.
Okay, go ahead.
Yeah, so that's far, so far, so good.
Go ahead, Brother Tableau.
No, I was just trying to find out from him if he could give us some insight as it relates to the issue of the blueprint. But is that the same as the curriculum development for the two additional colleges?
Phoebe, they've already been developed. And that is including the general education requirement. So the general education requirement plus the basic program, that curriculum, the curriculum of the two institutions, they have already been developed. And we are developing the College of Education and that of Theology. And that will be all inclusive in the blueprint. And for your information, when Dennis, Mydea were all in Liberia, we did some road mapping. We did road mapping where we came up with a vision statement, that a mission statement, core values. And these are all going to be part of the blueprint. And the blueprint, basically, we're also going to be looking at student enrollment. We're going to be looking at faculty recruitment, profile of faculty, and we'll be also looking at, again, sustainability, financial policy. These are the things that we are talking about, the blueprint. But if it is not comprehensive, but at least something will be in the making to provide so that the High Commission can say, okay, we can hold this and we can grant you a tentative lesson that you can operate on.
Thank you very much, Reverend King.
Okay, thank you, Reverend,
for the contribution, and we will be getting in touch with you so that you can appear on the show along with some members of your team in Liberia. Thank you very much. We hope you have a great evening.
You're welcome.
That was Reverend Jesse G.S. King, the task force chairperson for the Lutheran Church in Liberia, LUL project. Just how we have our mother, Mydea Reeves-Karpeh, representing ALLIA, and the Reverend Dr. Eric Molly Allison, representing ALLIA. Brother Tableau, over to you.
Thank you so much, Willie. I want to say thank you for the time, Reverend Dr. Eric Allison, and also want to say thank you for the time, Mother Mydea Reeves-Karpeh. Reverend Allison, we'll begin with you. Can you just give us your closing comments, just on 1 minute?
Thank you, Jerry, and thank you again, Willie. And I just want to say thank you for this opportunity given to us from ALLIA perspective to share our plans regarding the fundraiser towards the Lutheran University project in Liberia. Again, education, we continue to stress, education is the key to progress and development for any society, for any country. And it is the mission of the Lutheran Church in Liberia. One of its expressions is the educational arm of the church, and the Lutheran University falls directly within the context of the educational ministry and expression of the teaching ministry of the Lutheran Church in Liberia, where ALLIA from this end is partnering with the Lutheran Church in Liberia. So we ask all our friends to join us in this fundraiser, and the more to come. But for now, as we go to convention in Columbus, Ohio in August, we pray that we have your support. So thank you very much for this opportunity today.
Thank you so much, Reverend. Mother Reeves-Karpeh?
So thank you very much for having us come on and tell you what uh, it's how we expect to financially contribute to the university project and to solicit your support. I'm really excited with the kind of response that people give us today and volunteering to be ambassadors for this project. I'm looking forward to you and your cooperation. Please feel free to contact me anytime you need anything, you need tickets, or you can make contribution, or you can help me sell tickets, or you can help me publicize the project. This is a project ALLIA is highly committed to. And so we hope all Liberian Lutherans in the diaspora will join us. And we want to just appeal to you to help us to raise the funds that we need to make this dream of a Lutheran university in Liberia a success. Thank you so much, and God bless you.
Thank you, Ma'am Willie.
Yeah. Again, Brother Tabla, I want to say thank you very much for hosting the program today. Um, Thank you so much, Intermedia, for appearing on our program today, My Lutheran Connections Live, and also the Reverend Eric Morley Allison. This is your regular spot. Um, we want to say good evening again, and thank you to those in Lusaka, Zambia. They are following us through the local radio station, and to all of our viewers. Um, I want to make this quick announcement that we are working with the search committee for our next um, general secretary of the Lutheran Church in Liberia. We are working along with the team. Hopefully, we can get some. Uh, 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 we are not there 100%, but we have some little bit of assurance that they will be appearing next Sunday. They will be, giving us like, update in how the process is like, selecting our next Secretary General, as we know that Mother Naomi Ford Williams, um, she is, she is leaving office, so we need someone to come in. So next Sunday we're gonna be having the committee headed by Father Govego. Father Govego, we're gonna be having the team here next Sunday, and then also after next Sunday we're gonna be having um, the convention committee, the National Convention Committee of ALLIA. ALLIA is heading to Columbus, Ohio. That um, our brother Nipolu Johnson Leo has affirmed that he's going to be there live in person. So, so
Mhm.
the national committee headed by our brother Murphy Anderson and the look on the and our host team, they will be here the Sunday after. So we have a jam packed schedule activities that will be taking place in June. Um, so please tell your friend to tell another friend about our program, that is the Malutrin Connection Live. So next Sunday we hope to have the search committee of the Lutheran Church in Liberia General Secretary headed by our father um, Govego, and then we are going to be having the I'm used to saying the Reverend Doctor, but this time it's not a Reverend, but we're going to be having the brother Dr. Murphy Anderson and his team. They are going to be here on the third Sunday. Thank you very much, folks.
Thank you so much, Willie. Thank you, Reverend Dr. Eric Murray Allison. Thank you, Madam Marie Reeves-Karpeh, for your brilliant presentation. And My Lutheran Connection is a platform that discusses everything Lutheran. We come
Yes.
on every Sunday, 8 p.m. GMT and 4 p.m., I guess, EST or ETC. We want to
Yeah.
say thank you to our viewers. We want to say thank you to our listeners in Lusaka, Zambia, and all other listeners and viewers that will view us afterwards our various social media handles. From my end, I want to say goodbye and God bless.